Dirty water is killing more people every year than wars and other violence. According to a UN Environment Programme report released to coincide with World Water Day, more than half of the world's hospital beds are filled with people suffering from water-related illnesses. It says an estimated 2 billion tonnes of wastewater, including sewage and industrial waste, is discharged daily, fueling the spread of disease. According to the World Health Organization, 4 billion cases of diarrhea a year are associated with lack of access to safe water. And it says more than 2 million people die every year due to that disease. Well, Jan Rliasson is the former president of the UN General Assembly and a special UN envoy to Darfur. He's now the chair of Water Aid Sweden. That's an organisation working for better access to clean water for the world's poor. He told me earlier that water is too often treated as a luxury rather than a right.
We take it for granted. This glass of water is to us something very natural. We take it from the tap, while in most parts of the world this is luxury. It's a dream. You have 885 million people without safe drinking water, or without water at all. And you have 2.5 billion people without sanitation, that is toilets and latrines. And this is a main reason for diseases, but it's also a reason for conflict instead of cooperation. We have to finally mobilize and do something about this, and that's why we are gathering here all nations of the world, international organizations, NGOs, non-governmental organizations, private sector, to finally start to deal with this absolutely crucial and fundamental issue.
Well, I'm particularly interested in the part that you mentioned about the fact that a lack of this such precious resource can lead to conflicts, to war, to fighting. Do you think that is something that governments and other international organisations are aware of enough, or does there need to be more effort and more information about that put into the public?
I think we need to be more aware of that. If water is such a scarce resource, there is a risk that water is used in conflicts. I myself was the special envoy of the United Nations to Darfur, and I saw how water was used in the war, how wells were poisoned to chase away the population from the villages. I have also dealt with the Middle East and the unfair distribution of water resources on the West Bank, and not to speak about Gaza, is of course a reason for further tension, while we could, if we changed the mode of thinking, make this resource a reason for cooperation.
Well, do you think there is a global defined way forward, if you like, in a method that we can make water more available to more people?
Indeed. I think we should realize that water is, as many Africans say, life. Water is also, by that, a human right. Water is connected to other very crucial goals that we have set up. The international community has promised a lot of things to do before 2015. If we deal with the water and sanitation issue, we could move much more quickly to stop extreme poverty, to help with maternal health, to help with diminish child mortality, to do something about gender imbalances. Water is connected to practically all pursuits, and that is why we need now finally to mobilize not only international organizations and governments, but also the private sector and the non-governmental organizations, and each and every one of us.
That was Jan Rliasson, Chair of Water Aid Sweden, speaking to me a little earlier.